You get your butt back in here and wash those dishes. Cousin Donnie will be here soon.
That ain't country.
What's up, guys? Spenny. JD Vance has great internet game. He is a A-plus poster and reply guy. JD Vance posting without comment that he sees all of the JD Vance memes. See, this has 153 million views, 500,000 likes. Speak to the internet the way that it wants to be spoken to. When a snarky fashion influencer was outed as a illegal alien, JD Vance responded with the maniacally laughing, nodding Jack Nicholson meme. JD Vance, I know you're reading this and you have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. DHS also responding with a Spy Kids meme. I just got to tell you. I mean, if you are living in the golden age of reply guys, that is for certain. Now, it hasn't been the golden age for news about JD Vance and his marriage. This is something that, of course, takes over the headlines every couple of weeks when people are bored. Usha goes ringless. Where's her ring? Where's Usha's ring? Forget something, Usha, whispers Vance as marriage grows louder. Whispers about Vance's marriage grows louder as lady ditches her wedding ring. She's not wearing her ring. She hates JD Vance. Libs can't get over this relationship because, well, they don't know what a happy relationship looks like. They're also racist. Many very unhappy wine mom libs have gone off on Usha Vance for marrying JD because he's white. Okay. Usha Vance was spotted in official engagement without wearing her wedding ring. Nobody asked exactly why that would be. It's something that, of course, could have many explanations. But nonetheless, the image comes after a week of nasty trolls whispering about the state of Vance's marriage, which began in October when the vice president tight hug he gave to Erica Kirk at the memorial. The tight hug that doesn't look like anything if you just watch it in real time. This is just a snapshot of a half-second moment right here. But nonetheless, it's good for a headline, right? Good for a click. And good for your tabloid gossip. JD Vance now has been outed once again with his destroyed marriage in total and complete collapse, with a Facebook poster posting this image of JD Vance screaming at a depressed and dismayed Usha across the table at a public restaurant, while JD Vance was wearing a sleeveless undershirt, which is just, I mean, he is from Appalachia, right? Look at that. An image surfaced on Facebook showing the vice president with an animated expression speaking at the second lady who was clasping her head in her hand. Is this the end? Is this the end? What does JD have to say about this? JD Vance has mocked a wild claim that he was spotted yelling at his wife Usha at a restaurant after an unverified image surfaced on social media. The image was posted on Facebook showing the vice president animated expression looking at the second lady. Looks like things are not going so good in Republicanistan, Facebook user said. Usha is quite liberal, always has been. Apparently, they were having an argument loud enough in a quiet restaurant that everyone could hear. Why is he wearing a t-shirt? JD Vance's response goes like this. I always wear an undershirt when I go out in public to have a fight loudly with my wife. Drinking martinis in an undershirt protects confidence. It's a great one. I love Boomer Facebook, man. Look at that. It got 9,000 likes. Oh, there it is. Martini. Look, they're getting drunk. He's from Appalachia. What do you expect? It's great. This guy's the best X game of all politicians right now. Very bullish. Drop the beer. I mean, we can relate. I was there. I filmed the exchange. Wow. And that suit just disappeared. LOL. There you go. JD Vance off-duty picture. JD is hysterical. I love his sense of humor. Going out to dinner to argue with your wife? Only wear an undershirt. Be a man. one of us. It's actually pretty funny, no matter where you sit on the political side. People liking it. When the BS rotates again, at the end of the day, J.D. Vance has a great sense of humor. 7 months, 1 month, 6 months, 1 month, 5 months, 5 months. Got it. Okay. So this is just recycled boomer slot from Facebook. Got it. JD is so good at this. Bro cannot be real. I love this guy. I want this guy to be president, not only for the policy, but for the shit posting. And JD Vance saying he's a Grok guy. Me too. We literally have Vice President JD Grok. The Vice President made a lot of news when he was on stage at Ole Miss. And he went out on that stage and he talked about his relationship with Usha Vance. And, well, about their frictions over religion, because they're a different religion. And I think that's interesting. And he talked about this for the first time. And it caused a lot of people to, really admire the way that he approached this. And then ask the question, like, will Usha convert to Christianity? That'd be fascinating. One of the largest scale conversions, certainly in our lifetime. Here's that answer. I think it's sufficient. I think it's good. Here you go.
And yes, my wife did not grow up Christian. I think it's fair to say that she grew up in a Hindu family, but not a particularly religious family in either direction. In fact, when I met my wife, we were both, I would consider myself an agnostic or an atheist, and that's what I think she would have considered herself as well. Everybody has to come to their own arrangement here. The way that we've come to our arrangement is she's my best friend. We talk to each other about this stuff. So we decided to raise our kids Christian. Our two oldest kids who go to school, they go to a Christian school. Our 8-year-old did his first communion about a year ago. That's the way that we have come to our arrangement. But thank you. My 8-year-old was also very proud of his first communion. Thank you, guys. I'll tell him that Ole Miss wishes him the best. But I think everybody has to have this own conversation when you're in a marriage. I mean, it's true for friends of mine who are in Protestant and Catholic marriages, friends of mine who are in, atheist and Christian marriages. You just got to talk to the only advice I can give is you just got to talk to the person that God has put you with, and you've got to make those decisions as a family unit. For us, it works out. Now, most Sundays, Usha will come with me to church. As I've told her, and I've said publicly, and I'll say now in front of 10,000 of my closest friends, do I hope eventually that she is somehow moved by the same thing that I was moved in by church? Yeah, I honestly do wish that, because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way. But if she doesn't, then God says everybody has free will. And so that doesn't cause a problem for me. That's something you work out with your friends, with your family, with the person that you love. Again, one of the most important Christian principles is that you respect free will. Usha's closer to the priests who baptized me than maybe I am. They talk about this stuff. My attitude is you figure this stuff out as a family, and you trust in God to have a plan, and you try to follow it as best as you can. And that's what I try to do.